car to start. That's where BaiSha found their opening success. So should it be favored coming into this one? But one of the things that we have been seeing from a couple of these Chinese teams has been that soft start in the series, slow to really find their shots, to find their groove and get the reads on the teams. Whereas for Stallions, it's kind of been just hot play from the outset. We'll see if that continues as we jump straight into the action. Our first semifinal now underway.
It's going to be a lot of tape. Oh, that's the early kill there for Xiao.
Well, it looks like he's not skipping a beat. He's one of the players that did take a while to try to get warmed up. N9, however, IGL down. Too many targets around that corner. Is looking for the quick flick there. Xiao unable to find that one, but draws down with a pistol, and we'll be able to find no after all. So we'll just be player advantage maintained here for BaiSha.
Yeah, that's really key there, that Xiao able to lock down that connector angle in towards B. That really makes the decision here much more difficult for Stallions to try to suss out the map, try to find their ability to create an extra flank. It looks like they're just going to decide that grouping up, going for a bigger hit, is going to be the better answer. But BaiSha can hedge their bets. They can split 2-2 across the map, try to lock this down.
3 players on the approach, swinging through the vent, now making their way out onto the side, but it's going to be 5-7-7 to collect all 3 heads. And just like that, opening round goes the way of BaiSha.
Some stumbles in the individual moments for the Stallions, and then this is just incredible. Spray down, point blank range. Makes it look easy. Great start here. Only 1 death, just N9 for BaiSha on that first round. And KLP almost got a read there through the smoke. But really pushed out towards Hotel. Our BaiSha right now.
Very forward presence outside of B. A widely just left the 5-7-7. I mean, after 3K, figure he's probably going to be pretty good to go ahead and hold that line. But if Stallions get the read that the stack is on this side of the map, could just be a quick pivot. C4 now going to be collected here by JJ. Couple nades out. Ends up going a little bit wide there, so 5-7-7. Not going to get clipped by that one here. Just continuing to keep the smoke cycled on main.
Yeah, and because of that early aggression, Stallions couldn't pull the trigger on maybe trying to change directions quickly. Instead, they're going to wait this out and kind of anticipate that maybe this angle's been left less defended. It's going to be on YDSS. Going to play his life here. Just playing off contact. Doesn't want to stick around too long. Even gets tagged up big time. That grenade was perfect.
And that he does. Quickly need the back pedals. Worried about this short angle. Lai's got that covered now. TRG in hand, and it looks like with a little bit of push and pull and under a minute remaining, Stallions now going to cut back across, 4 players into mid. Scale forward up towards that A main position, but where they want to go, looks like it's going to be this B site that does have the stack from BaiSha.
Let's see what they can do. Lining up for a mid hit, and 9 going to be first contact.
Nades now starting to fly. Works his way back over across in towards the site. Lai going to be able to find one. JJ Hay trading out 5-7-7. That opens up the A site approach. I don't think that Stallions have the read on this one quite just yet, but it might not matter as they're able to find 2 more kills. Now a 4th as N9 gets taken down, and that is going to be a very good round. They look to close it out and will be able to as they tie it up 1-1.
Just a Stallion specialty. Doesn't matter what they're facing, how many players are in their faces. They're willing to challenge. And they knock it out of the park there. Just a bunch of quick kills for them as they make their way towards B. BaiSha has the read. They're in the right places in terms of having their players in position to deal with the hit, but Stallions just better. I mean, that's been, oh, hold on.
Deep smokes out here, just trying to get Lai on a deep line. Xiao as well, stacked up for that extra little layer with the snipers, and he's going to continue to scale forward. Just be able to try to find a catch here. For now, not giving him any angles, but see if they remain cognizant of this potential here.
Certainly should be aware of this as Stallions. This is a possibility.
And with that frag grenade going in, info can be relayed from Lai Nading into that connector position, he should have a good idea that there's going to be no one on that flank, but now it's going to be a target-rich environment. They're trying to spam him out. Goes for the peek, and immediately he's going to be rewarded with a kill. Needs to try to cover here the escape, but he's actually going to be sticking around for a little bit longer. It's a spot there on a KLB. Can't quite line it up, and KLB wisely decides to back away, but Xiao is not done quite just yet. Continuing to scale forward, looking for a little bit more, but this time the shot ends up going wide. They're still going to be duking this one out. KLB sticking around, really wanting to try to displace him. They know that they likely have him tagged up. At the same time, N9 going to be taken out, but 577 swooping in to mid is just able to massacre 3 players. And Xiao eventually has managed to find KLB. BaiSha reestablishing a lead.
Another big round from 577. Comes up with another triple. Just shutting down this attack before it has any hope of starting. They get caught checking the upper angle there. He's just ready to swing in. So map control and the presence that Xiao is able to establish there funnels Stallions right into 577's open arms. He is known as the Great Wall for good reason. Man is just fearsome. Those rifles up close and personal. Having that HK now as well seems to suit him just fine.
Good damage on the YDSS. Frag Grenade able to find some value there. As Lloyd just going to be backing away.
And we're taking a little bit of a breather here. Just again, YDSS, like you said, playing that quick retreat position. See it from the corner of his screen there.
Playing close, needing the back away as there's the spot, and yep. Quickly is able to tuck back. Himself out the safety, tucked now into the cubby here.
This isn't a committed position from the Stallions though. C4 still down, over back by spawn, so this is more of a feint, a bluff. See if they could catch anybody off guard. Maybe they had a plan to try to catch YDSS, but never really came to fruition, other than just, again, taking damage with the grenade. So they at least give themselves some space to work with. We've seen that they're happy to take those fights, even on the strong side of the map. See if they can find some success, but YDSS just going to hold close outside of his smoke. Flash there, no reaction. Tough to read, 40 seconds.
Still a good amount of util available to the Stallions. Been a big dump of it for the side of BaiSha. So don't have too much to try to stave this off. N9, they try to hold this line. Swings out a little bit wider. Is able to find one, but Loy will trade him out and trade it up. As the kills come in, but HP bars right now absolutely wrecked on the side of Stallions. Frag grenade up and over the top. Not going to get the connection there onto Loy. Otherwise, it would have been his demise. Manages to get that C4 planted. Now it's Lai in 577. No, lost. Just Loy, or just Lai now. To try to clutch this one out. Trying to scale forward, pistol in hand, clearing every which angle. Needs to try to clear out this balcony though. We'll ride it up over the top, holding close, finds the first. No now, on the opposite side. Gets to the C4, taps it, but he's gonna have to commit to this one sooner rather than later. There's a swinger on the back, and no, will get the jump. The Stallions keep us neck and neck.
Yeah, the mid pressure again proving successful for Stallions. Able to just make things so scrappy there. No finds a huge headshot when he's low HP. That changes the destiny of this round. Lai just trying to figure out where the hell he went. No idea that he had wrapped all the way to that back balcony. Oh, and KLP takes down Lai early.
Great kills to be found here as YDSS also dead, just trying to come to the rescue, trying to trade something out, but Stallions watching their angles.
Man, they just are so fearless. They'll just come at you, guns blazing. BaiSha just left, trying to figure out what the heck happened to him. Got a pretty open B site if they can figure it out. They're going to take their time here, talk things through. A couple early kills. Don't want to squander this advantage of Stallions.
Still playing this very patiently. You know who's around the corner. You know who you're still up against. You talk about the Great Wall. I mean, these are the three in all likelihood, greatest players on the side of BaiSha, not to discredit the two on the floor. Just from what we've seen at this tournament alone, widely in their victories, it has been these three leading the charge. On the peak, nothing going to be spotted there.
Yeah, he's going to have to come up with some big kills, it feels like.
It's now starting to go out. Smoke on a one angle, the approach over here towards the site. N9. Pressure on the leader. It's tucked away as here comes the swing. JJ's so ready for it. Instantly finds the headshot. KLP's got the cover. Shao is going to be taken down, and just like that, it is a flawless round for Stallions to now gain the lead.
God, their individual mechanics just on display. Just so fast and reading those positions so well. They have done their homework. They're looking very well suited to square up against BaiSha, at least so far. This young gun upstart team showing that they've got what it takes to hang with the best of the best. Early push out again though for BaiSha. This time not going to be countered initially by the Stallions. To wait for somebody to get out of place, so KLP can watch this mid angle. Somebody from BaiSha gets a little overeager, tries to ego challenge it, but now patience being shown, clearing that back door. They know they're doing their homework. They know that N9 likes to tuck in at that B door, so they're being pretty aware of some of the tendencies, at least, of their opponent. Meanwhile, 2-1-2 split. A little bit further pushed out at B, so let's see if they're ready for this A hit. 5-7-7 has been just nasty. Certainly want to get a good flash onto him or something.
Trying to swoop in. Some damage, but nothing more. Boy finds the kill. Nades now coming through. N9 having to hold his position. Is able to find one. Sets up for the flashbang. Sends it. Tries to stave them off. Lai coming in, trying to reinforce. Is able to find two quick kills as Loy and No both get taken down, but JJ able to trade that one back. And now we go into a 2v2.
Ooh.
Nade looking for that kill. JJ's so very low, but still breathing for the moment. Shao now on this flank. Swooping in through the vent. Getting ready to swing in. At the moment, I don't think that his position's being read at all. There's a swoop in as YDSS wins his fight out front. The fuse to come in, and that's going to be BaiSha keeping it tied up.
Stellar flashes from N9 there to buy a little bit of extra time for the reinforcements to arrive, but being pushed up forward into hotel also gives you the avenues for quick rotations across the middle part of the map for BaiSha. That's going to be such a difficult ask there for JJ and KLP. Surrounded on two sides, having to guess. So busy trying to fight from that spawn angle. Again, just that mid-check by KLP. They want to keep that part of the map open for themselves. There's N9 at that door that I was talking about in the last round. They love to try to counter your aggression there. Especially because you don't know if somebody's going to be playing from the stairs of hotel. So you can set up that crossfire. Very careful, very patient coming through these doors, and so far, Stallions have mostly done that. Just looking, see if you can get lucky. That's gonna, all those shots are bringing two players over here at the front of the hotel for BaiSha. Saying at least if you're gonna try to keep making noise over here, have some kind of answers. There's two players in vents over on A, but actually Stallions backing off of it, so let's see how they want to regroup and reassess. A mid-hit potentially on the cards. It's been very successful for them. Just get up into the GR spawn, cause havoc. They're gonna, oh my God, they're gonna surround the hotel.
Now over the top, able to find that first. Leader of Stallions dead. Crossfire set up here from YDSS. Swooping forward, running out of bullets, and cannot get that pistol out fast enough. So it's just going to be the one kill there on the JJ as he does go down, but Loy tagged with damn near no HP. No, however, able to find Shao, flushes him out. Attempted a quick scope there, but KLP can't quite make it happen. Now on the back foot is Stallions with Lai watching from the deeper angle. Loy with 4 health, C4 in hand. The time is getting away from him. A 1v3 from this position. be absolutely miraculous, but it looks like BaiSha going to be set to go ahead and move up once again into the lead.
I think so. Seems like there's little hope here. Loy can do much. In fact, he's even just potentially conceded the round. Doesn't look like he's gonna really try to go any further forward. And again, BaiSha now starting to get their wits about them. YDSS winning a big fight over by Hotel. That's a Xiao as well, hitting that first shot really stymies that attempted pinch play into Hotel. You know, it's a decent read from the Stallions, to be honest, but they just can't quite convert, can't quite execute on their mechanics, which have looked really sharp here today to start.
Perhaps some encouragement there from Tanks. Well, no time, no pause. Just right back into the action, and now you've got N9 slotting forward here just outside of the door. YDSS backing him up. Xiao ready for a counter swing should things start to go awry, but looks like they will just give up this position, not finding any contact. Just playing this one slowly for now. Side selection for Stallions, so wanting that 5-4 at the very least here at the half.
Get it. Oh no. Gonna take just a little bit of damage. Couldn't catch any shots onto YDSS. Long range assault rifle spam battle, slightly favoring BaiSha initially. Some grenades out. Just trying to dissuade them. Any further B pressure. Grenade just a hair early from BaiSha. It's looking like some kind of A hit potentially. There's still plenty of time on the clock. They don't have to commit, but man, if they get this read, they're correct. Just 5-7-7 here.
Tucked in behind the stairs, and they flush him out. Not even much damage going to be suffered there from JJ Hayes. Just trying to go ahead and instantly flip their way back into the site, but that just ends up losing his life. N9 arriving, can only find the one, and now it's a 2v4.
1v4.
1v4, yeah, quickly. As I say it, they fall. Damn near perfection there from the side of Stallions, keeping things neck and neck. A chance now to have that round lead at the half.
Yeah, not only do they get the right read on the map, they're also watching for the lurking player this time, and they shut that down on the backside. Just really good on-the-fly adjustments being made here by the Stallions. Just so well prepared. They're going to keep this neck and neck.
YDSS, more aggressive angle, dropping down, is able to find one, but falls to his demise. Still going to be a trade up.
Worth.
Yeah, says I'll take my life in my own hands here. Not give you the satisfaction. Still a winnable position though here for Stallions. Just find one on this entry, bring it back to parity.
They're setting up for a crossfire here if they come through that long B angle. Xiao watching short, so should be able to kind of collapse on this hit as long as N9 doesn't give us life up easily.
This could just be a cut in towards the hitting spawn though, and then maybe a cross in towards A. By holding at the window, however, he's able to find JJ. Takes him down, nades now exchanged to spot there from N9. Xiao up close and personal. Dispatches KLP, and it looks like BaiSha wanting that round lead for themselves, and they will have it. 5-4 here at the half.
Oh man, it is so close. Both these teams just showcasing some great stuff. Individual moments from Stallions, some big plays from the likes of 5-7-7, Xiao, having some great moments for BaiSha. But it's this macro game that they play so well, this BaiSha. The protocol's there. Just buy a little extra time for Xiao to wrap up from underneath the bridge. Now, similar scenes here. We know that the Stallions loves to be aggressive in those vents on A. It's their kind of favored setup for that site, at least initially. So it's going to be JJ and No over there. Oh, BaiSha just go on a bit of an exploration. KLB watching that time. Oh no. Oh, he peeked out at the wrong time.
That's a critical failure there. 5-7-7 does get traded back though from Loy. Rotating around, but might just be a timing, and it is. YDSS perfectly poised to get the jump. Gets him in with the advantage, and KLP dead here on the site. C4 now quickly being planted, and that is going to be the call here for a timeout after the round. Not liking the way that this has started, it would seem. Have to assume that it's going to be from the Stallion side. As it will just be some smokes cycled here to just keep JJ held back. Make it damn near impossible for him to try to scale forward. Does so anyway. Loses his life for it. Shao going to be taken down. No able to find the one, but now needs to find 3 more. He's already getting tagged here. Just the spray through the smoke. Softening up that health bar.
It's no time.
Yeah, it just doesn't have it the round. It ends up getting away from him. Eli will put him down with a headshot. Right back in, stretching that lead now is BaiSha.
Yeah, just some individual micro mistakes here cost the Stallions. You're not going to be given those opportunities. You know, KLB thought he had waited long enough that he could try to push towards those double doors, maybe change his angle, but he guessed completely wrong. And then YDSS able to just get underneath the eyes of his opponent. Yeah, 5-7-7. So clean there. Fly will break the side open for him. That's huge for BaiSha. Stallions still have some chance, still have some hope. That's what they're going to be talking about during this timeout. How could they find their way back into this? I think it's just probably calming the nerves a little bit, just saying, whoa, guys, you know, like, let's not get over aggressive here. Let's not give away too much. Make sure, and if you're going to play those individual spots, you know, to play for that information, be a little bit safer about it. Let's make sure that we're all on the same page how we want to approach these rounds. You lose 2 players essentially for free there. Even though there was the one trade, still just not going to be enough against a team of BaiSha's caliber.
Yeah, this is kind of that point where when you're on one of these dark horse runs, when you are that team that people didn't expect to make it this far, you can start to falter because now you're clashing against the best in the business, the best team out there for CROSSFIRE. Taking down some big teams on the way, but small fish by comparison. And the more you think about can we do it, the more that doubt can start to sit in. So maybe just like you said, a timeout call. Try to just right the ship here. Keep them going.
All right. Let's see what they can do. Such a critical moment here for them on that timeout. If they can get a few rounds in a row, it's right back to parity. It's right back to 6-6. BaiSha this time not being nearly as aggressive in the early part of the round. You know, wondering if maybe Stallions coach had thought, let's just throw some punches at them. Let's see if they can handle our aggression. So far, though, it's peaceful. It's not going to last long.
No, it is not. N9 on the swing. He's able to find one and just spray and pray, strafing across. There's 5-7-7 there to collect the kill. It seems like no matter what was discussed there, might not be paying off. 3 players now on the approach, all from the same angle, flashed up, contained. Here, back of sight. Nade's still ready to fly, but bullets will beat them first here, as that's going to be KLP taken down. They're just getting spammed to all hell. Everything in the kitchen sink going to be lobbed in. Loy eventually able to find that headshot, but there's the wall bang to take out KLB, and Loy, there's nothing more that he can do. The time is already gone. Can just back away as BaiSha get even closer to closing out this opening map.
Man, the entry is just so good for BaiSha. I've seen it a couple different times where they're just so on point, just completely smothering out whatever defense their opponents have brought. And you had 2 players there over on A that were just quickly dispatched. Made it a 5v3 with the other players a mile away on the map. Just trying to flood your way back in, and BaiSha not going to give you those opportunities. They're just too good. Push out this time. Nice shot from Xiao. Could he find the second? No, Loy's got him.
Good little collapse in there, but 577 fighting on a different front is able to find no, and that opens up this stretch straight in towards the B site.
Well, they've gotten here in time, but BaiSha, again, has that numbers advantage, so they'll take their times. Want to watch for those frags. N9 super low, so careful. One stray bullet, one frag finds its mark, would have spelled his doom. Still 2 frags left for the Stallions. This is still pretty doable.
Loy just got flushed out though. Trying to stay tucked into that corner, but BaiSha are aware of every little angle, it would seem. ALP come away with 2, but nothing more. BaiSha Gaming building up this streak, going on a run now as they look to bring Ankara to a conclusion.
Now you're starting to feel like maybe the Stallions are a bit winded. Just can't keep up with BaiSha's great macro, great coordination. Communication looks on point. They're reacting well to the aggressive play of the Stallions early in that round. Xiao just so reliable for at least one with that sniper here. It's making it so difficult because you have to commit so much extra to get the trade. And BaiSha just responding. They know that they've given up map space with that aggressive push out, and they're happy to take it. I mean, I love the way that N9 calls this team. He understands push and pull so well. He's going to try to walk in.
The answer is yes. And they have. JJ's already been dealt with. As is no. KLP going to be caught. Util in hand. Sprayed down. 577 finding another. Xiao watching for the deep flank. Will get flushed out as Loy is able to find it, but now the 2v4. RDSS playing point, sending out these nades, trying to stave them off. And work cut out for them in the clock now ticking. Lie at the ready for the swing. Drops down, and there's 5-7 behind the box. And it's good enough. One more round to go. It seems like Stallions losing that steam that they had very early on in that opening half.
Yeah, see some of the players trying to find some energy again for the Stallions. They're trying to rally the troops here, but man, oh man, BaiSha just gets aggressive out of nowhere. You just don't expect it with this team. They're usually so cautious, so patient, and they just walk right in, and it catches the Stallions completely by surprise. I mean, yeah, they're kind of watching the angle, but it's just so aggressive that, you know, your ability to react to that gets stymied because you're just left scrambling, trying to rely on your own instincts. Oh, okay. All right, good trade there, favorable.
A little bit trying to start things off. Before, however, being brought forward, the B site for the moment open. Loy rotating around, gets himself in position to try to slow up the rest of this approach. Stallions can kick it into gear from here. Still in with an opportunity. JJ does well to find at least another kill there. Is now, I think, BaiSha realizing that they are encircled. Try to fight their way through it, but still able to find the shot on the one, but Loy holds his own. Cleans him up. Stallions not done quite just yet.
Yeah, now they're able to get a good read on what BaiSha is trying to do in the round. They're able to get the 2 players into the spot where they can trade. Get the 2-for-1. It just gives them so much more freedom on the map as the GR side. So still 4 more rounds to go just to send it to OT. BaiSha this round gonna be a little bit more patient. Wait out Stallions players. It's gonna be No who's gonna tuck into that corner here. Right around this door. Loose with another smoke there. Just trying to keep that angle covered in case somebody pushes forward. Gonna spread the map here. just sneaking all the way through the tunnel. Nobody the wiser just yet. Just a matter of can the Stallions get the read. Seems like they might have, but they might be overcommitting.
He'll be on the swing, able to find the one. Traded back, but no, is that second layer. Simon with the advantage. C4 now recovered, and 9 just trying to strafe away. Slowly does manage to make his escape. Loy, however, pinching in over towards mid. May just be able to find the catch, and he does. Jumps up over the top, immediately finds that headshot. Trade back from YDSS. Bomb now going to be recoverable, at least for the moment. KLB and No get ever closer. But he manages to back away. But they know that they have them contained over towards this B side of the map. Being said, though, they're still going to be rotating in towards A.
BaiSha there for a moment. Maybe thinking about trying to go 1-1 across both sides of the map, and instead, they're just going to take a complete pause here. Try to think about this situation. If they had pulled the trigger on that B hit, they might have been able to get the C4 down. I think they're trying to wait out the extra rotation here and then maybe try to go over to A, but Stallions going to keep an extra player over. JJ sitting towards A. Timing here. It's going to come down to some rifling.
Make the call to cut over towards this A site now. It would be brilliant, but I don't think they're going to be able to really realize that one. But double face forward. And it's 5-7-7 collecting both kills. Suddenly, JJ now needing the clutch. C4 planted, 5-7-7, the healthier of the two. And they just double face, and they will gun him down. Third kill for him, and the map win goes the way of BaiSha.
Oh, just a little bit of a slip up there. You can't give BaiSha any opportunities or they're going to capitalize. 5-7-7. Didn't take any damage, and they're not able to clean out YDSS fast enough, even with 2 players shooting at him. Nicely handled here by BaiSha. The favorites are going to go up 1 set to nothing, 10-5. Just can the Stallions come back on their sub-base pick, the map that they have really tried to hammer home as a favorite for themselves when it's been let through. They lost to Na'Vi on it the last time out, though. Still feeling comfortable. See these teams just, even if they fall on the map, they're willing to give it another go. And they were able to best out Kadzia 10-6 pretty convincingly, so seemingly had a good bounce back on it. Seemed to have fixed what had been going wrong early.
And also worth noting, the Na'Vi game ended up having to be settled in overtime, so it was by a very narrow margin. They ended up losing that one. There's a good start here for the Stallions. We really saw that drive, that grit that they've been showing throughout this entire tournament, but just started to dwindle. As BaiSha racked up round after round, so 10-5. Not going to be kicking yourselves too much, I think, over a scoreline like that, given that this is BaiSha's map pick, but it's all the more pressure on your own selection on that sub base. It's a must win. Well, that's going to be BaiSha punching their ticket, the first team into the grand final. So Stallions from here needing to pull off the reverse sweep. They've shown that they have the tenacity, they have the ability. We'll see if they can put that to practice when we come back for map 2.
Reach your impossible, Lenovo Legion.
We are back and about to go into our second map here in our first semi-final. BaiSha Gaming coming out strong. End up winning Ankara 10-5. Stallions now on the back foot, needing to pull off a reverse sweep if they want to make their way into that grand final.
It's their map pick. They've been good to seemingly take maps off of some of the best teams in the world. They were able to do that against AG.ALEVOLUTION. Are they going to be able to find the will here, the strength to take down BaiSha on sub base? That's the big question. You know, Matt, both teams are very familiar with, but Evolution Power handled BaiSha pretty cleanly on this map, 10-5. Then BaiSha was able to win it in OT against Q9 yesterday in the quarterfinals. So, not going to be much that's unknown in terms of some of the strategies and tactics, and just a little bit of util being thrown there, just catching smidges of damage onto the BaiSha players outside of the machine, but right back into defensive positions. They're gonna be able to get a read on how BaiSha wants to approach this round, starting on the BL side, of course, as it was the map pick of the Stallions. So you want to try to set the tempo early on this map, BL-sided map, just into somewhat of a default. 2 on B, 2 on A, 1 in mid. BaiSha has all the time in the world here to kind of figure things out. He's looking for any re-aggression, double checking. Make sure that no position is unaccounted for, but YDSS so far up here at the C4.
Aids over towards this A side, trying to sell a little bit of a fake. 5-7-7 somehow winning this fight, but Loy just managed to take one down beforehand. KLP gets the trade up. YDSS now dead. Shao able to find one. C4 on the floor, but N9 finding the entry on the opposite side, brings it back to parity. Swoop out, gets the spot there on the KLP. Just has to back away. C4 now can be planted. Committing here to this B site.
Well,
perhaps no. Okay.
Ew,
or maybe a reposition, but the re-wrap here from Stallions puts them right exactly where they need to be. Now suddenly, he's not going to be at risk. Just jumping across, and he just doesn't register fast enough where these players are at. N9 needing to clutch up. Finds the first. Here on the opposite side, a shot being sent through. Repositions, but it's only 30 seconds, and I just don't think that KLP is going to be giving you this opportunity at all. Just staying tucked back. You don't have enough time to try to re-wrap around. Just needs to hit the shot. As it goes ringing out. A real chance to try to get the plant in here. Has to basically just win this one out with the fight. Find the kill. The shot's flying. Gets the dink. Takes him low, but KLP finds the headshot nice and clean over the top of the box, and Stallions will take the opening round.
You just have to kind of wonder here about the calling there from N9, usually so sharp with it, but the decision to rotate over towards A cost them. They just aren't expecting that that's where also the Stallions are gone. You think you're catching them off guard, and Stallions are saying, well, let's just cover A just in case, and then we have plenty of time to play retake over on B. Since we've given that up, and BaiSha not going to take the free plant of the C4. It does not pay out. I mean, it looked like N9 was going to have a chance there, did tons of damage, but KLP right over to the pistol. Good for the finisher. Good start for the Stallions. That's huge to get those GR side wins on this map. Usually.
Big one. See, though, can they expound upon it, find themselves a follow-up? YDSS getting tagged up the outside of B. Maybe the team just trying to create some noise, draw some attention away from this A site. C4 still committed forward here at Woodroom. Now getting ready to swing in towards the stairs. Shout, sending out a shot, unable to find that connection there. It's 5-7-7. Trying to push his way through here, get into the site, but the stack for now, pretty unmoving, but YDSS does find an opener and gets himself a second as well as JJ will get taken down. 5-7-7 up and over the top, already a bit too late as N9's collected that one. It's going to be a frag grenade right in front of Noto to put him down to 63. As BaiSha are looking to respond in flawless fashion here with a round win of their own to tie things up. Just trying to flash his way in, but Widely has been contained back on the C4. The time is just going to be gone. Nothing more really to do to try to hold his own. Maybe pick up some kills, get some aim training in. But otherwise, this round is gone, and that's going to be BaiSha keeping things neck and neck off the rip. Spot on N9, but cannot win that fight.
Man, YDSS there just finds the perfect timing through mid. He is just good for two. That opens that site wide open. Creating tons of pressure on both sides of the map are BaiSha. Both at long A and long B. That forces the Stallions to spread their forces thin and opens up the avenue for YDSS to get in there. Just crack things open. Nicely done by BaiSha. You're going to see back to their kind of normal default here. Just one player in mid. KLP with that sniper. He's going to be watching the hall. Shot. Wanting to try to cross through here, though. Fully stacked up for this. Just going to try to test the A defenses. Their executes have been on B every round so far, but more smokes. At least making them rethink this momentarily.
Saw those tracer rounds there for a second, but can't get anyone through the smoke here. Double frag grenade out, though, in towards wood, and that's going to be Lion and 9 tagged up here, top of stairs.
It's a good adjustment for the Stallions.
AJ.
Oh.
Able to find one, no with another. 577 answering back is looks for that second kill. Find it, though. That does leave Stallions quite well favored for the moment, but... And 9, quick creep forward, finding one. Frag grenade now up and over the top into window. Gets a bit of damage there. Boy, however, scaling forward very quickly, catches him off guard. C4 is in play, but now it's down to 577, still trying to make his way through the stairs. Nades flying into his face. Turn from the flash. See if he's going to be able to cover this, though, but they know exactly where he's at. And Loy has got the kill, so just like that, Stallions right back into this one.
They're just so fast. The coordination this time from the Stallions, really, really nice. Just aggressively responding to that A hit. Just trying to get ahead of any preparation that BaiSha can get up in their post-plant defense, and it works a treat. It's them their second. The A hit doesn't come to fruition. This time Stallions wants to clear out some space towards the wood double doors. They've done that. Got a huge lean in this direction. This means that BaiSha is going to try to re-clear that space. It's going to be that much more difficult, but they're backing off a little bit.
Re-wrapping back across here. Feel like maybe a 5-player cluster into wood.
Trying to get a response. KLP is...
Just keeps getting very close to that silhouette, but won't be able to find him.
That's just a little bit of a change-up on how they're thinking about B so far for the Stallions, but plenty of time to change up the formations on that GR side. Meanwhile, BaiSha really wants to weight this down. They want to make sure that they know exactly what they're getting into as best as they can. ALB smoke there. Stairs. He's a lone player. Oh, KLP finds the shot.
Critical 1, 577's been such a demon here for the team. So that's going to be the tactical pause called here by BaiSha. Well, nades out. Damage going to be avoided. The push now getting ready to come through. Holding the door there with the pistol. KLP going to be good for 1. Lai able to breach through. It's going to be Shout dead on the entry. YDSS now trying to fight back. He's able to find one there. The wall bang hit, but KLP cleans it up and 3 players surviving. Stallions continuing onward as they look to send this to a map 3.
Yeah, they're just doing a great job controlling that space around the double doors. And that has made it really difficult for BaiSha to get their entries like they would like. So Stallions just a step ahead of BaiSha here so far. They're going to take a timeout for the first time in the series, figure out exactly what they want to do. It's been rough sledding for them. Getting beat to the punch, caught in some bad situations. Stallions are capitalizing. They've still got that energy, still got that fire for sure. So BaiSha is going to have to now get in there and try to match.
See what the adjustments look like here, because yeah, a little bit of a rockier start. Quite winning out a lot of these tools here that you typically expect BaiSha to be able to find, as well as just getting util dumped very early on in these rounds.
Exactly, and I mean, it's been good adjustments from the Stallions on what they've seen round over round. They've been really on point with the flashes and the frags especially. Good timely smokes as well. Kind of slow up that hit. I mean, that smoke from KLB at the stairs in that previous round pushes them back into KLP, and he finds it, the opener, the TRG, and that really just slows up BaiSha. Explore machine over towards B. Got control. Just Do they want to just try to turn up the tempo a bit and try to just challenge? Send out that lurking player. This time it's going to be Lai. Here we go.
KLP ends up getting taken down here on that entry. Lloyd stuck in the corner there behind that pillar, but he is going to be able to survive. And the answering fire here, just so much time spent trying to flush this one player out. And everybody else falls to the wayside. Great round here for Stallions to win. Closing it off the back of that tag timeout from BaiSha.
Oh boy, starting to look really good for Stallions. You nailed it. Lloyd just sticking behind the pillar. There's just nothing else that BaiSha can do. They all just get so tunneled on clearing him out. Now this starts to get dire. BaiSha potentially, you need to get some more rounds here. I mean, you would love to get 4 in a row, obviously, but that's seemingly going to be very, very difficult. Let's see what the response is from BaiSha here. Again, wanting to stack up towards these double doors. Just try to wait out. See if they can get the Stallions being a little bit impatient. But actually, that's been something the Stallions have been great on this map, is not overcommitting, not getting overly aggressive. You'll see them go for a little bit of util early. We've seen one push out towards double doors, but otherwise they've been happy to play their default, happy to rely on their protocols and their reactions. It's been working really, really well. It's time of deep smoke to cut off that mid angle, but actually KLP was a little bit further ahead of it. He's near the control room. So they test that. Might get a rude awakening. Minute on the clock. Gonna double down on that smoke. This has you thinking A the whole way. Just with how much they're committing towards mid here.
Really running this one down though, 45 seconds. Just now starting to try to scale their way forward. YDSS on the rewrap, dead. JJ holding that line, and no, doing very much the same. They just shut the door here on them. N9 able to respond with one more kill as KLP will get taken down, but KLP still living, still breathing, and Xiao Xiao now to try to make it happen. Finds one, but the C4 is still a world away. Still 2 players to try to deal with. He's got to be able to recover this bomb, and Loy is right there, covering it, watching it, defending it. Another round win. Attack timeout, not doing much, it would seem, here for BaiSha, but it's doing everything for Stallions.
They're just getting outguessed. You know, they try to push through into mid, and they just get cut down. Stallions with a slight adjustment in their positioning, moving over to the control room. It catches BaiSha off guard. I know out in the open is dealt with, not before almost taking 577 with him. So early player advantage now finally claimed by BaiSha. They've been having a rough go of it in that department. Xiao Xiao sees the leg, gets the shot.
Best opener that they've had in quite some time, being able to collect these kills. Still need to stretch this into the round lead to try to run this one back, and it looks like already timeout's going to be called this time from the side of Stallions. JJ Hay going to be tagged up. Down to 13. It seems like BaiSha finding a window back into this one, but still a long ways away from trying to close this deficit. Second round win for them. Potential for a 4 and 5 half, but still need to put in a solid amount of work to make that happen.
Yeah, this is just a round where Stallions decide that they're going to try to turn the tempo up a little bit, try to start pushing the extremities of the map, just show a different look to BaiSha. See if you can catch them being a little bit complacent. Instead, BaiSha is able to respond in kind. This is back to where Loy was holding that pillar so well, setting up for the crossfire angle for JJ. This round, N9, good for the last one. BaiSha, never know. I mean, a great GR-sided team, of course. On sub base, can be tricky. Pause is taken. It's going to be Stallions wanting to talk about how they want to approach these last couple of rounds and probably how they want to think about their BL side coming into the early stages of it. Maybe just reminding the players a little bit some of the ideas and some of the things they saw in their prep for the match today. So have to see.
This is, again, a map that has been a bit polarizing for the side of BaiSha. They've absolutely had, some dominant performances. You think back to them playing against Falcons, that 10-3 that they were able to pull off, but then some rougher ones for themselves, not being able to get a close over Evolution Power, only gaining 5 rounds for themselves in that outing. So I think for Stallions, know that there are weaknesses here. Really want to try to exploit them. If you can get yourselves a 7-2 half, you're going to be feeling very good about extending this over towards Port.
Oh God, for sure. No. Nothing too crazy now. A little bit of change in who's playing what position. They're going to move KLP over towards the A stairs initially. So change up in what weaponry you might have to face off against for BaiSha and at what angle it's going to be coming from. It's going to be the big thing. Tank's done such a good job as a coach here for the Stallions, getting them ready for this match today. You're just left scratching your head here a bit as BaiSha. Okay, we're not too bad at this map either. Be able to come through with the clean 2-0, but you're getting tested big time. This has been kind of the Stallions' MO. They're always seemingly good for a map against these Chinese teams, going back to the ACL, so KLP be tested a good flash.
Flash try to force it back, drops down off the box, but now can rescale because there's no forward push here from that. BaiSha still widely contained. 50 seconds remaining. It looks like it's going to be a re-wrap back to the machine room to try to get their way in towards this B site. But you're going to have 4 players basically ready to try to save this off.
They might have waited just long enough.
Now the third. A little bit of damage there from Loy. For a little bit more. YDSS able to hold his own for one. Shao going to be taken down. JJ able to find that kill. Loy gets another from on high. Still pushing forward, the time starting to tick. Before needing to be brought forward as Lie, needing to try to fight his way up into the front lines, is able to do so. Eventually, the death ball here from BaiSha will be able to persevere. Woo. They closed it out, but it's such narrow margins.
Yeah, I mean, again, this time they're able to be a little bit quicker, take care of Loy's off-angle position, keep JJ Hay pinned, able to get that execute to go. So, oh my God, I thought that for a second, but he's behind the wall. The X-ray does us dirty sometimes.
Yeah, not given the full story there. Not rewarded with it. Just got a full back off there from JJ Hay, so. A little bit of a push coming in. 577 maybe trying to draw some attention. Saying, hey, we keep favoring this B side of the map. Looking over here.
Yeah, he even throws the smoke over there, so that's going to keep the extra player, at least for now, over towards B. Try to make their way through. Last time they threw a similar situation. Threw some flashes.
It's getting lobbed in here. KLP again flashed out, but hasn't really had to move too much quite just yet, but eventually will fall. No, with a quick reply back. He's able to find 2 before getting traded out. And KLB, let's find YDSS. C4 to be collected. Lie to try to hold forward here into the window room. KLB on the approach, going to be spotted, dispatched. So now comes down to Loy. C4 planted, he's going to reroute, wrapping across now towards the stairs. 577 though. Cross angle behind the sub. Looking for him. Shots exchanged. Loy Somehow not able to come away with that one. The shot's just whizzing past. Maybe plot armor here for 577, but he keeps himself alive, and BaiSha, they run back this half.
Wow. This time they're testing the A defenses fully. They've been conditioning that they weren't going to commit to those hits necessarily in the previous round. They're able to just barely get it done. Like the decision there to re-wrap and isolate that fight with 577. They're making some attention up towards the control room, but just can't quite get it done. IDSS on the box initially. Actually going to avoid any damage, any spam because of that. At least get some decent info early. Will come at the cost of a dissipation of an early smoke or BaiSha. IDS went up in the rafters, but right now he's not looking behind him at all. He's going to rely on Xiao.
He's going to be the one eating the damage here. Wants to get another shot through. Flashbang up and over the top. YDSS turning back, but he's just going to get caught with util in hand. Far too late to try to get that smoke out, but still with the pistol going down. He's able to help find some kills here. And just like that, it feels like Stallions should have every catch, every opportunity, but they're unable to take him out of the equation. The rest of the team just swoops in, guns down the Stallions. And that's us now tied up at 5-5.
Because they can't convert on those early kills. Oh, it's so heartbreaking. They do so much damage to a couple different players. It's Xiao.
Oh, no.
No, challenged it. Oh, no is right. Oh, goodness. KLP.
What a way to get caught. Lie. Yeah, 4 HP here. Still holding this angle. Still favoring himself for the shot, but ends up going a little bit wide. 577, however, going to try to play himself into this position, but actually it's just flushing him out for Lai to try to collect and collect. He shall. Woo. Second kill found. Will eventually get taken down. N9 now there to try to hold the line, but YDSS is in on the flank, and it goes unread. BaiSha. 2 rounds now in a row, back into the lead, and 4 rounds away from a grand finals.
Oh my God. Just buying so much time as Lai there. He gets hit on the way in. Down to 4 HP, and he's still able to hold the line. Some great bait and switches there being set up by his teammate at the point of attack. God, you love the coordination that BaiSha has. Oh, that was a spot there. KLP wasn't scoped in. If he was, who knows, but we saw Xiao. Xiao challenges and gets punished.
Still does eat a good amount of damage, so has to go for the reposition. This is way onto the site proper.
They're actually doing a clear a B in front of it, but this deep smoke gives them a little bit of comfort to press forward a bit. BaiSha trying to win this battle out in the hall.
577. He's got a bit of backup here from N9. Nade's going to be lopped in, and look at that damage. JJ and KLP both tagged up, nearly dead. Double frag there, doing wonders. 577 unable to find the spray. Strafe into him. No will be able to trade it back. KLP still going to be fighting. Then N9 gets into the back lines, but can't find anything more. Despite the early advantages here, looks like Stallions might just be tying us up once again. Still some fight here in this squad. Unless YDSS can come up with the 1v3.
Boy, he's not going to be on this side of the map if he were to keep going there. No, he's wrapping. Loy's the real danger here. Full health. Close to. KLP and No so weak. KLP had been spotted there at that corner outside of the control room.
He's reading it, but can he find the shot? No, KLP not giving him that chance. Defends his teammate there at the back, a missile. Stallions, they tie us up once again.
Oh man. Maybe another OT in the cards. Wait and see. KLP so banged up from those nades. Had a spot onto him. The spray just missed. Looking for these early shots. Hoping that YDSS had been behind the box. YDSS has been playing on top of the box. Xiao actually finding No out through double doors. from the long angle of Halls there. That's a huge loss for the Stallions early. They're going to challenge this KLP thinking about it. He's got it. What a response.
Now that A site widely opened up, looking for a really quick shot there. Quite able to make that one happen, but still good early advantage here for the side of Stallions to try to regain control and get a foothold here on the map. Nade's going to be lobbed in here. YDSS trying to scale forward. A bit of damage going to be found, but no, ultimately has to try to back off. And as he re-wraps up into the rafters, immediately finds a headshot kill there onto KLB. Takes a bit of damage, finds him back in kind, on towards Lloyd, but cannot collect that kill. KLP, however, going to be flushed out as 577, able to find that one, and suddenly it seems like BaiSha might just be shutting the door here on this push. Especially as JJ gets taken down. That's a C4 now on the floor. Lloyd with everything to do. And 9 though. At 8 HP, looking to just try to get a very deep rewrap here. Big flank coming through. Does this get red? For the moment here, Loy not going for the C4 plant, just now recovering it.
Being extra cautious.
He might just be reading this now.
It's gonna be a timing.
Starting to realize this one. There's the drop down and there's the kill. Loy gets it done. Keep Stallions head above the water. As now they're the ones favored to potentially just close this one out and send us over to that third and final map.
It's this confidence that they have to just keep taking fights. Even when they're low HP, they still feel like they can win in the micro battles. They've been right. Xiaoxiao does see one player crossing. KLP already on the A site. 577 challenges it and pays the price.
KLP really starting to come alive here. Couple nades out. Some tag damage down to 49, but still the player advantage there for Stallions, and Lloyd strafing in the window, and he just tears apart too. BaiSha can barely believe what the hell is happening to them here. As YDSS has jumped. All 4 remaining players right there, lying in wait. Stallions are going to get themselves up to 8. One away from at least locking in an overtime.
Oh boy. Let's see what Lai can do, but this is already done. The C4 is already down to half. He was never even going to do much in terms of...
Not realized, no, neither of them did. And that'll just be KLB. Taking on that one step closer.
Just starting to play together. They're catching BaiSha off guard in a lot of these moments where they're not expecting the Stallions to already be where they are. Even though Xiaoxiao sees KLP bounding past, they're not in any position to stop it. There's no one on A initially for them. That means that they have to send 577 down there to try to do something about it, but KLP's just been sharp. Xiaoxiao can't find that first shot. A lot of control here on mid, though.
Oh, straight spam damage there on the N9 through the smoke. Flipped him down to half. C4 pass over here to KLP. Stallions getting clustered up over towards this B site. Be desperately hoping for this peek here out of YDSS. Might just be giving it to him, and he has. Gets the kill, slides away. Damage not going to be found. That double face completely broken down.
Oh, man. Lai going to be tested here on A. Needs to come up huge. Turns the flash, but he's just getting rushed down. Oh, 577 though.
Able to find 2 quick kills before getting taken down. Brings it into a 2v2. Tuck there from N9. Smoke here at the bottom of the stairs. Frag grenade in, gets a good amount of damage there on to No. They don't have any more. Really try to flush him out. C4 now going to be planted, quickly scaling forward here. Some shots in. That's going to be No, eliminated. KLP, can he be the hero?
Oh.
He's fully flashed up on the peak, is able to find one. Swapping the weapons over to the M14. Looking for Xiao to try to take him down, but Xiao will be able to find him. That map point not going to be locked in quite just yet. BaiSha managing to rally back.
It's 5-7-7 again with a big 3K to keep BaiSha in this map. Oh man, you need him to step up, put up the wall, and he does. Goodness gracious. Again, YDSS. Tight angle. ALP still not able to get the read on it. Just looking to shut down any quick hits from the Stallions. Instead, they're just really diligent about clearing that corner at Long B. I mean, round after round, I'm seeing tons of frags being thrown in that direction to make sure that there isn't that quick rotate, that quick lurk angle, you know, opening up the avenue to maybe tuck a player inside of the machine room. We've seen how devastating that can be. So credit to the Stallions. They've done a great job of nullifying any map pressure BaiSha wants to create. They've done a good job, again, preparing themselves for this map, for this game plan. They just leave KLB over there. They're still gonna go on a bit of a different check. No C4 being picked up, so this isn't a committal. This is just, can we get the space, and then we can have the late trailing players get through there. Oh, sees the head.
That's about it. We can't quite get the shot in. Knows how forward they are now. There's a flash connecting YDSS here on this top left side. Smoke still covering.
Worried about 5-7-7 there for a moment.
Oh, he might have noted him. Takes a bit of damage there on the nade. Turns back now over towards the doors. Reposition the spot onto one. Flashbang to try to cover himself. Holds them back for the moment. It's been great time buying here. N9 is able to find one. YDSS eventually going to be taken down. The C4 now wrapped around, dropping down the stairs. 5-7-7 able to find another Loy. Eliminated. Like joining him as frag grenade a little bit too deep to really try to find some value there. That means these players from Stallions get themselves forward on to the site for the plant. N9 able to find one, trades out JJ, but not before 5-7-7 ends up getting taken down. No, dead, all down to KLB, and it's just too many targets facing him down. 8-8, we are tied. BaiSha right back into this one.
But the timing there for 5-7-7 couldn't have been better. He had just enough time to get out of there with those two players coming through the deep double doors. He throws that flash to buy a little bit of extra time. Not much that you can do at the end of this round. BaiSha opts to group up when they have the numbers advantage. Just try to take players down one by one, and that is the right call. Let's see what happens here. Every round it's been KLP looking for this early kill. YDSS give him the angles usually. Let's see if he can suss this out. YDSS on a timing. Just gonna back off. He's been playing it about the same every single round. KLP, keep trying to push space. Been feeling so confident with the sniper rifle. Xiao on the low angle this time. Trying to catch him off guard.
A little bit of a late register there, but staves him off, forces him back. Try to play into that one here, at least not yet. It's scale forward though. Stallions, big surround here on this B site. Now eating a bit of damage and now eating a death. Slide in, N9, not gonna be fast enough to be able to find that one. It's gonna be a double kill here for KLP. No, notes that flank coming through. 5-7-7. Is it a 1v5?
No. Yeah, that flank, once they could take control of that control room, 5-7-7 had to back off. They had already taken control of Long B as well, and like you said, sets up the pinch. There's just nothing that BaiSha can do. It's so well coordinated, so well set up by the Stallions. Okay, consolation prizes, but
Some padding of the stats, that's about it though. Nothing more, as he will fall. And Stallions reach map point. BaiSha Gaming now, they want to close this out. It's gonna have to be in overtime. They know that they're capable. But Stallions have just been looking a bit different, a bit more lively here on their own map pick.
Love the fight. Stallions still got that energy. KLP, that angle again, doesn't catch Xiao, just not quite able to pull the trigger fast enough. This mid control, so tenuous. Lead 5-7-7, big again potentially if that angle is tested. It's been well dealt with in terms of timing and utility and numbers. So there's a lot of smokes that are gonna come through his way to try to help him out if that's where Stallions went through, but I think now it's just a pause. Try to see if you can get any extra damage done early. Just gonna be Lai over on the A site at the stairs right now. Gotta hold that control room. You gotta be quick to help through mid. So it's gonna be a big piece of the puzzle here for BaiSha to send it to OT.
Critical point here. Stallions, can they make it happen? Staring down this line, but not going to be rewarded with any kind of peek there. KLP reposition. 5-7-7 trying to hold window position. Base of stairs. Very aggressive hold from Lai. Doesn't really have any reinforcements. 45 seconds now remaining in the round. And 9, a check in towards mid. Nothing going to be spotted there. YDSS just here around the corner as the push starts to come through, working their way down towards missile. YDSS swings in, able to find one. Loy going to be taken down 5-7-7 on a bit of an island, but still fighting back, finding one. Looking for the second, cannot manage to find that one, but Lai now arriving. Cleans up one, but no finds two. That brings it to the 2v2. C4 collected, 15 seconds remaining. The plant now going down, but N9, that deep wrap just now arriving at Woodroom, is able to find it, and it's all down to KLP, and he finds the first shot. Xiao is dead. N9 needing to win this, and he does. The defuse will come in, and we're going to OT.
Oh boy, wild stuff. Wild. The fact that N9 is able to clutch that out, unbelievable. KLP has been so good. But N9 there, even changing directions, gets that kill at double doors, and then just gets the timing right as KLP's checking his direction. So into OT we go. Switch of the sides, both teams with 5 on their GR, 4 on their BL. Chance here for either BaiSha to close the series, or for Stallions to extend it to that map of port. BaiSha is very cautious as usual. It's that same setup, 2-1-2. Oh, it is JJ Hay in mid here this time. Usually it had been one of the snipers, either KLB or KLP. They're gonna set them up on the flanks this time. A different look. Some smokes are out. This is making it look like they're thinking about A. But nobody's moved a damn muscle on the side of Stallions. They're wise to these games.
Not falling for this one, and in fact, they're actually starting to shuffle their player forward to try to reinforce this position. KLB getting the spot, but has to just back away as N9. And 5-7-7 able to find a kill apiece. YDSS just to bring them here into a player advantage. JJ Hay now getting gunned down. It's all on to KLP once again to try to clutch it. Knowing who they're up against, you have to show some respect to this guy, but oh, N9, he spotted him. The smoke not covering enough. Opening round of overtime goes the way of BaiSha.
It's not a bad read at all from the Stallions. I can't fault them in that sense. They just get overwhelmed on the entry. Yeah, that spot out for N9, huge. They had a good idea. The macro reads were okay. Let's see if they can answer back. Get it back to 10-10. Nice shot. Similar starts. Always looking for that aggressive push out. You are going to move KLP back over to that mid-hall angle. That's where he was so annoying. Going back to that first half. He's just so good about finding those shots down there. So be really careful with your timing. Smoke over at B. Push down the ramp. Try to cut through control room as well.
What a shot. Now we'll start things off here as they look to get this up to match point. Loy flushed out from back missile. 5-7-7 the window alongside Lai to try to hold this line, and hold it they shall. KLP once again has to do it all, but this time it's a 1v5 and he's got 20 HP. You have to imagine as he drops down out of the vent, it will just be to his demise. Time was already gone. Nothing more. Just sit here in this position. Move out to your death. 11-9. BaiSha looking to punch their ticket into the grand finals. The first team to do so here at EWC.
Just great setups there. Finding that first kill at the bottom of the stairs, taking control room control, just smothering the defensive setups out. I think they're starting to get a read on these defaults. You're gonna have to try something different as the Stallions, and they do. This time they're getting aggressive at the machine shop. They are pushed pretty far out.
Oh boy, no. Trying to lob that one in. Turns back, is able to find the kill there on a 5-7-7, but N9 quickly trades it out into a 4v4 now. JJ Hank in behind missile. He's trying to keep himself alive, but you've got Lai approaching here on this flank, but it's N9 to be able to find it, and it looks like this might just be it. KLP again. Always the last one standing. Always the one trying to get the clutch. But the closeout is there. 12-9, BaiSha Gaming just looking immaculate.
Oh, what a BL side. And that's a stunner. That has the Stallions speechless. How do they respond now? They have to match. They have to do 3 in a row themselves. Both teams were better on their GR sides. Look at N9, 23 kills here. 19 for 5-7-7. Like you were saying, you're looking at the bottom 3 in terms of the positioning. 3, 4, 5 on the map for BaiSha to be the difference makers, and they have been.
I mean, it's just the definition of lead by example. Seeing your captain play like that, it's always a good sign. Like you said, though, for Stallions now needing to get 3 in a row, take us into a golden round to try to get this over to port.
It's going to be tough. Some pretty good defensive setups. That mid control is so important for both teams. They were on these sides. Some smokes are going to come down. Trying to flirt with an A hit. Trying to at least sell a little bit that they're going that direction, but BaiSha not really fooled here mostly. This is their stronger side, but still not convinced.
And N9 just ready to try to play off this information, give it him BaiSha.
Patience.
Just keeping it nice and quiet. So many players here. There's the swing, but it's going to be KLB able to hold his own. Shout kills back a singular kill there, but YDSS similarly going to be eliminated. Shout gives himself a second, gives his team another kill before he finally gets traded out. Player advantage here at the moment as Loy will end up falling. Pinch coming in. JJ tagged up. Everybody dangerously low here.
Still 2 frags.
They need to try to keep themselves in this, but no, again, taking a bit of damage there through the corner. Falls to a sliver and now falls to the hands of 577. Lai's got JJA, and that's it, it's over. BaiSha Gaming continue their reign of terror here in CROSSFIRE as they punch their ticket into the grand finals.
Oh man, what a match. What a step up in OT for BaiSha. It looked like it was going to be grueling, but once they got there,